Hi everybody! Today we have a birth announcement video of these brand new Labradoodle puppies. These 9 little puppies were just born 2 days ago. And in today's video we're going to introduce you to each of these 9 little Labradoodles. We're going to tell you a little bit about the birth process, and we're also going to tell you a little bit about Mama Labradoodle Kalua. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and this is our box of chocolates litters. These are Australian Labradoodle puppies who are going to mature to be a lovely medium size. The mom for this litter is our beautiful chocolate phantom girl, Kalua, and the papa for this litter is our beautiful Labradoodle boy, Bentley. Bentley is also a chocolate phantom. So we'll go back to those 2 details a little bit more when we go through each of the puppies. Now this whelping was quite a long process. Kalua started to deliver her first puppy at 6:14 in the evening. So we were all really quite excited, thinking, oh, that's great. We won't have a very late bedtime. We'll probably be all wrapped up by around 11 p.m. I know it did not happen that way. The last puppy in this litter was born right around 3:30 in the morning the next day. But all of the puppies, for the most part, were born on March 23rd, and that is their birth date. So what is so important about that? Well, it happened to be National Puppy Day. So what better way to celebrate National Puppy Day than by having a litter of gorgeous Australian Labradoodle puppies? So Kalua herself is doing very nicely. This is Kalua's first litter, and at first she wasn't too sure what to make of this whole process. She was fine with the puppies, but she wasn't too sure what all of her jobs were and just exactly why she was stuck here in this box with all these new little lives that seemed to be always demanding to be fed. Well, we have dealt with that. We've talked to Kalua, we've supported her, we've encouraged her. We've also told her off a couple of times because she always wanted to be leaving and she was constantly barking. But we've done all sorts of different things with her, and mostly what we've done is really give her a lot of calcium. Calcium is an amazing substance. It is, of course, vitally important that our Mama Labradoodles have a good supply of calcium when their milk bar is being used so much, but it also helps to develop their hormones in a nice, steady way so that all of the natural maternal instincts start to kick in. Even a little bit of a shortage of calcium in a Mama Labradoodle dog can mean that their behavior is impacted. So we upped her dosage a bit. We've also started giving her a bit more tripe. Now, how come tripe has an influence? Well, you know, if you have children and they enjoy some really nice sugary treat, maybe they have a big bowl of ice cream or an ice cream cone, you can pretty much set your watch to about 30 minutes later and you'll see kids that are a little bit more wound up than usual. You are what you eat, and food is also medicine, and food impacts our emotions and it impacts our behavior. Same holds true for the dogs. So tripe is full of a lot of natural micronutrients. It has all sorts of beneficial features in terms of nutrition, but it also impacts the hormonal balance, and that calms mom down, that helps her relax into her role, it helps kick in all those maternal instincts, and all of that flows out of the milk bar into the little puppies. So the puppies all become more relaxed and calm too. So if you'll look at these puppies now, and maybe Reynold can move the camera so that we can see the puppies, you'll see how quiet they are. You'll see that they're all very comfortable nursing here. They're just calm, and you can even see one is already upside down in the typical Labradoodle fashion there. That's one of the caramels that you can see there. Now, 2 days ago when they first arrived, this was not the case. The puppies were a little bit more agitated and they were not as quiet as this. And that's because they could sense that Kalua herself was not all that calm. Now we have a nice, happy, calm mama, and we have a whole litter of nice, calm, happy Labradoodle puppies. So let's get to the main event and tell you a little bit about each of the puppies. So what we will do for each of the videos for this litter is we will go through the puppies in birth order, and it doesn't matter what our topic is and which video it is, we'll always go through them in birth order in order to keep it a fair and consistent process. So let us start with our firstborn, who is one of the only 2 girls in the litter, and that is Yellow Collar. Now, Yellow Collar is just right over here. And Yellow Collar is one of the 5 chocolate phantoms in this litter. Now, phantom is a recessive gene. So when you have 2 dogs with recessive genes, it's quite reasonable to expect that the litter will be mostly, if not all, phantom, because the 2 recessives together make a dominant. Just like in math, 2 negatives make a positive. But as you'll see when we go through this litter, we have a huge variety of colors, far more than we anticipated, and we even have one that is entirely unexpected. So it's been a really nice surprise. So here's our little tiny Yellow Collar girl, our firstborn, and she is a chocolate phantom. Now, if you don't know what phantom is 10 points. So the points go in the chits above the eyebrows, halfway up the legs, on the side of the face, across the chest, and in the vent area. That's the vent area there. And you can see this little baby. She has some cute little white dipped toes as well. And Miss Little Yellow Collar, she was born at 6:14 p.m. She, as I said, is the firstborn, and she was 303 grams. Pretty much the standard weight and a great weight that you would anticipate for a medium Labradoodle puppy. So that's Yellow. The next born was our only other female in the litter, and oh good, I just got her just as she was about to latch on, and she hasn't. It's okay, baby. It's okay, Kahlua. Good girl, Kahlua. And that is our Orange Collar girl. She too is a chocolate phantom. And you'll notice with this little one that her markings are much easier to see. So the first puppy, Yellow Collar, is what we call a weak phantom. And that just means that the difference in the chocolate shades are a little less pronounced. It doesn't mean that the puppy is weak in any way, just a little bit less obvious. So Orange Collar girl is also obviously showing the fact that both mom and dad carry for Party. And Party is what gives us all these beautiful white markings on this girl here. Lots of white on her chest, some more of those beautiful white dipped toes, front and back, and the little white tip on the tail, which I always think is such a cute feature. And you can see a little bit more strongly on her the phantom markings on the side of the face. So little Miss Orange Collar girl, she was born at 6:26 p.m. And this was when I was really excited, thinking, yay, we're going to have a girl that delivers really quickly. We'll probably be finished the litter by 10. Wasn't to be, of course. And Miss Orange Collar, she came in at 314 grams. So a little bit bigger than the firstborn sister. Next was Light Blue Collar, and the beginning of all the males in the litter. So Light Blue Collar, we just have to find, that's Dark Blue Collar. This must be Light Blue over here, who's busy nursing away. Come here, mister. Come here. Oh my goodness me, we've got quite a, oh no, that's purple. Oh my goodness, where is Light Blue Collar? I'm missing a puppy. Sometimes when we have all the, oh, here we go. So many, it gets a little hard to find them. And already Light Blue Collar's collar doesn't look light blue anymore. So sometimes we have to do a little, oh yes, that's what it is. And that's just because the collar has gotten a bit dirty because it is wet when Breezy goes out, or Breezy, that's her mom, when Kahlua goes out sometimes very early in the morning. So when she comes back and gets on top of the puppies, then she deposits some of that lovely wet mud that she has on her. Now, is that bad for the puppies? Not in my opinion. I don't like the puppies to grow up in some sheltered, sterile bubble. I like them to grow up as naturally as possible. And if they get a little bit of wet and mud on them from mom being outside, that's perfectly fine. That just helps to build their immune system. Keeping them in a little bubble does not, in my opinion, help them whatsoever. So here's our handsome firstborn boy, a little light blue color boy, and he too is a chocolate phantom. Again, you can see those markings there on his legs, and he does not have any white on him at all. So none of the party from him whatsoever. I do handsome. And light blue collar was born at 7:28 p.m. So an hour after the second born, and that was when we figured, oh yeah, okay, this is going to be maybe a little bit of a longer delivery. And light blue collar weighed 312 grams, so fairly close to his sister, who orange collar girl. There you go, little blue. Next is brown collar, and I'm gonna put you down there, baby. There you go. And brown collar. Brown collar is one of the caramels in this litter. Now, how do we get a caramel out of these? Well, caramel is part of the same family. This is a yellow dog, as we call it. Dogs really only come in 3 colors: black, brown, and yellow. And then there's all sorts of variations in each of those primary colors, all sorts of hues. And so in the yellow family, how do we have a yellow dog from 2 brown dogs? Well, it's because both of the brown dogs carry for yellow. So that's how we're able to get yellow in there. Same as party. They both carry for party, so that's why we have some of these party markings and the white coming through. So this is a lovely little soft caramel color. Now there's all sorts of words in Labradoodle nomenclature for different shades of caramel. So this is sort of a frosted kind of caramel, an iced caramel, if you will. You can see how much lighter it is as compared to his brown collar. And that's one of the reasons why I gave him this brown collar, was to show you just what his color is. It's sort of a taupey beige. It's beautiful, a golden kind of color. And if you'll look, you can see on his chest, he has all sorts of white. He also has white on his toes, up his legs here on his back legs, and he has a little white tipped tail. And that is because he's carrying party. So he could produce a party puppy if he was ever going to be a breeding dog. None of the boys from this litter will be kept as breeding prospects. So he's not ever going to have puppies, but if he were. Now, brown collar boy, he arrived at 7:40 p.m. So we were back to this speedy delivery rate again with him. And he weighed 308 grams. So we were doing really nicely, very consistent in terms of weight and size. So that's our brown collar boy. Next after brown was black collar. Now black collar really made me sit up and made me very surprised, because black collar is a puppy that I had totally not anticipated. And you can see this puppy is mostly white, because this is an extreme caramel party. And we call parties extremes when they are almost all white and just have a couple of little bits of color on them. So for this little fellow, Mr. Black Collar, he has a beautiful bit of caramel by each ear and a little bit of a smudge on his head here. Now, as this puppy gets older, he is going to have the most beautiful face once we can see those caramel markings a bit more. Now, right now on his body, we don't see any other color. No, we don't. But that doesn't mean that there isn't some that's going to come and show up later on. But for now, we can't see any. So, you can have an extreme party whenever you have 2 dogs who are even just carrying party together. Lots of breeders think that the only way you get an extreme is if you breed a fully marked party to another fully marked party, but that isn't true. Anytime you have 2 party dogs or 2 dogs carrying party, you may be lucky and have one of these beautiful extremes. Now this little boy also has quite a bit of caramel, I can see now, over his eye here, which when he was born, this bit here was not visible. So the caramel really comes in and continues to darken. Yes, and on the side of his face here too. It's just beautiful. He's really going to be a really stunning looking boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're just going to be very special. And Mr. Black Collar was born at 9:30. So there was a long break between brown and black, and he weighed 293 grams. So he is the smallest puppy in the litter at this point in time. Who knows if that will continue to hold true or not. Now after Black was Mr. Green Collar, who's over here. Come here, buddy. Oh, he's going to be mad that he's losing his spot at the milk bar. I'll try and save it for you. Now with Mr. Green Collar, we were back to our chocolate phantom theme, which is of course the predominant color in this litter. And again, you can see his points there. He does not have any white on him whatsoever. He is a deep, deep, dark chocolate color with those really pretty tan points setting him off. Mr. Green Collar was born at 10:25 p.m., so pretty much an hour after Black, and he came in at 295 grams. So not much difference in size from Mr. Black Collar. After that, we had Dark Blue, who was born. I just put green, put him right back into his spot here. There we go. Now he will forgive me for having moved him off. Dark Blue is the other caramel in this litter. And sound asleep. Now with Dark Blue, you can see the white markings quite a bit more on this puppy than on the other caramel on brown collar. Yes, on brown collar. So we have some white markings up through the face here, white under the chin, into the chest, white toes on all 4 feet, white up the legs, and we have a white tip, and you'll even see there's a little bit of white here, and that's because this puppy is showing the white as you would see the phantom markings. And Mr. Dark Blue was born at 11:29, so again we had an hour between puppies, and he weighed 350 grams. This is the biggest puppy in the litter at this point in time. Again, that beautiful iced caramel color. Just a very handsome boy. Yes, this is also going to be a gorgeous puppy. There isn't a puppy in the litter that isn't going to be beautiful. No, you're all going to be very special. There, you weren't eating, so you just go and have a sleep there. Find a good spot to sleep. And then after that, we have Purple Collar, who's over here and also nursing. So again, going to be a little annoyed when I take him off, but we'll put him back quickly. And here we are back to our chocolate theme. And here you can see the influence of all that party, white down the chest, white on the chin, beautiful dark tan points there. Again, a gorgeous deep chocolate color. And this little tail does not have a white tip on it, just the white on the chest. Purple Collar was born at 1:10 in the morning. So we had the last one at 11:30 at night, and then we had to wait all the ways until 1:10 for Purple to appear. And he weighed in at 299 grams. And then last, but definitely not least, the one pattern only that is a party, and that we thought we might have quite a bit more of. Reynold, could you just pass me a paper towel or a Kleenex? This little guy just got his little face pooped on by one of his friends there. We'll just clean off his face. Now, this is not an uncommon thing to have happen. When the puppies are all piled up, they often poop on top of each other. And what happens is Breezy, normally if she wasn't sitting here squished in by me, she would be there attending to that and cleaning her puppy's face off. There we go. And then we'll just put that over there. Oh, I know. So this little one does not have a collar. We're just calling this one Party. This little party boy is a gorgeous, deep chocolate and white party pattern. And if you look at the side of his face, that is not poop on his face. Those are phantom markings. This is a try. And that is a dog who is fully party and fully phantom. But the phantom is invisible in this boy because of the party markings that he has. And this little guy wasn't born until 3:30 in the morning, and he came in at 327 grams. So that is all the puppies in the litter. I can see we've got a little bit of poop over here on top of this one. I'll just help Breezy with that and clean them up. She's doing a great job cleaning them all up. And she's been very accommodating and not being annoyed at me for showing all of them to you. And we won't keep her for too much longer because we don't like to cause any stress for her at all. So that is the 9 puppies from our box of chocolates litter at Van Isle Labradoodles. If you enjoyed our video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you subscribe, then you'll be noted or made aware every time we have a new video that is aired. Thanks so much for watching.